Welcome to Ethics 240. This course will begin on October 18th, which is today. This is an 8-week philosophy course that is extremely dense in reading and thinking. I want to warn you from the outset that this course is extremely difficult and you must come prepared to think critically rather than memorize on the first day of class. We will cover at least 2 philosophers per week, so you must be able to either absorb the material very quickly or ask lots of questions. In the first week, you will be busy in reading as well as signing forms for me regarding FERPA, Academic Integrity Policy, and you will be acclimating quickly to the format of the course and maneuvering around. If you notice before this announcement, there's a Camtasia video that will give you information on how to navigate the course. If this is your first time, please take advantage of that Camtasia. It'll also be helpful to those of you who already know how to maneuver the course. If this is your first time taking an online course, make sure you get on early as a guest so you can look around through the course information, which that's already passed. I have all assignments spelled out and expect each and every student to read the requirements for discussion boards, participation assignments, and 5 to 6 page papers. If you hope to get an A in the course, it is entirely possible, and the instructions on how to do so are spelled out in course information, as well as the discussion and participation. If you are looking for specific information, you can read the next section to find the location. There are some tidbits and where to get information. I will go through that in the Camtasia video. But the assignments, that tab is what's due for each week. And those are on the left-hand side. Make sure you use that. Don't use the ones that are in that home page. That just gives you way too much information and you can't really sort out exactly what you need to be doing for that week. The syllabus, that gives you a quick calendar. Remember, this is going to change. It's a rough sketch. Make sure that you pay attention to your emails and the announcements because that's where I will let you know what's coming up next. The faculty information gives you some basic information, the phone numbers, office emails, office hours email. The office hours that I have in the fall, you can read those, but those are 11 a.m. to 12 on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Tuesday, Thursday from 10 to 11. Blackboard is very touchy. My suggestion to you, and I know a lot of people just ignore me on this, but you will have problems if you don't follow this. Download Mozilla Firefox. That's the only one that seems to be working well with this version of Blackboard. If you don't have it, all you need to do is Google Mozilla Firefox and download it to your computer. It takes about 5 minutes. A little bit about me. I've been teaching for almost 10 years now. I taught for a number of years in Los Angeles, California, and in 2005 we decided that it was time to move out of the city to a more peaceful and boring way of life with 2 very small children. And I do not mind the boredom sometimes, but especially since it is a nice, quiet place to raise kids. We've settled into a nice lifestyle in Fuquay. We enjoy the birds, the neighborhood, and we enjoy the neighborhood or the opportunities that are here. One reason I really like North Carolina is I love sports, any kind. And I have been known to watch bass fishing if there's no other sporting event. However, people in North Carolina have made it quite the religion. I haven't seen too many people get into too many fights about religion or politics, but certainly when they start talking about reds and various shades of blue, they start to fight. Of course, I'm happy to see this when it's not Crips and Bloods related and not settled with a gun. So that's fine with me. Personally, I would trade all sporting victories to see my beloved Minnesota Vikings win the Super Bowl, maybe minus Brett at this point. But beware, if you are a Packers fan, as your grade may be severely affected if you admit your allegiance. Besides sports, I love to cook, and because of this love of cooking and pizza, my husband and I was a helper, we made a brick pizza oven in our backyard, and we made one on a trailer to haul to different catering events. Our kids named it the Naked Pizza Company, so someday we hope to have a schedule of catering events. If you love to cook and you have some unique recipes, I have included a discussion board devoted to that discussion. I also love philosophy, and I feel that this is more than a class. I think that learning how to think and learning moral principles will serve you well throughout your lifetime. Sometimes we hold to certain ideas and thought processes and never think about the good, and I'm using that in quotations, in them. My hope is that in this very short, and I put summer session, but this is a fall session, I hope that you start to consider the good and what that means for the individual as well as the whole society. I'm looking forward to a great semester. Hope you're strapped in and ready to move at warp speed through the next 8 weeks.